It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Happy Friday. We made it. We made it to Friday, November 7th. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are all doing phenomenal. I am because it's Friday. You know how I love a Friday. We all made it one more week down. Did you guys survive? Well, if you're here, you did. I did. I did. I survived. We have a great show ahead of you, ahead of us, ahead of all of us. I never know what my show is going to be about, really, honestly, until the last second. Today, we're going to break down this reunion on a red carpet last night between Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour. I don't know if we should feel lied to, if we should feel happy that family reunions, they break up, they make up, if we should feel like they learned a lesson from the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni press PR snafu, if we should learn anything else. Um, I don't know. I don't know what exactly we should take from it, but let's break into that story. Also, Selling Sunset favorite Chrishell is out after 9 seasons. We'll talk about that. Real Housewives of OC reunion part 1 last night was quite shocking. You guys are going to be surprised of my thoughts. Wow. And a couple other big stories have just popped up, including I had an interview yesterday with the stars of the new reality show, Don't Date Brandon. It's not a reality show, it's a docuseries on Paramount Plus, and they are the two leads, Amber and Athena. And I spoke to them. It was going to be just like a short little conversation that I was going to put at the end of at the end of our live today. But it ended up being such a longer conversation that I'm going to make it an entire episode. I'm going to air it this weekend. But I will play a part of it for you guys today. It is a wild story that you won't believe. If you like Dirty John stories, if you like, Tinder, swindler, hustle, con man type stories, this story is going to blow your mind. I learned things yesterday that the docuseries didn't even tell me. It's wild. So I will play a part of that in just a bit. We're going to get into all of it and some other exciting news to tell you about in just a moment. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like below. It's your daily dose of Donna. All righty. Hello. Um, oh, wow. Okay, so I love seeing your comments because half of you guys in your comments are talking about what I'm talking about, and then half of you guys are just having conversations about something completely else. Like, I don't even know if you realize that you're watching my show. You could be watching something else. I mean, truly, you could be watching the nightly news. Like, I have no idea where we are. So thank you so much for those of you that are actually at Daily Dose of Donna and have any idea where I am or where we are. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see what Zach Peter? He likes to mess with me. Can we just talk shit for 1 second about Zach? Zach put on his Instagram, he posted about me. Well, he posted about him, narcissist. How dare he post about himself on his Instagram? He posted about himself on his Instagram. And oh, look, Zach is here. Why is he stalking me? All hail dictator Donna. I just get a notification right before I started that Zach was here. I mean, that Zach posted about me. So right before I started, I look and I'm like, oh, Zach probably posted something sweet. Well, let's check it out, guys, together. Oh, look at Zach with his baby. It's probably a fake baby. There's no way a real person's baby. No one would trust Zach with a baby. He borrowed one of those fake dolls that like that woman on TikTok that, what was that? The woman on TikTok that has fake babies? I forget that story. What was that? What was that story about the fake babies that Molly told us about? I forget the story, but that's who Zach. There's no way that's a real baby. Just kidding. I know that that's Zach's nephew. This is Zach doing an episode of Disaster Daters. You know, he didn't tell me about this. I mean, I knew he was planning on bringing Disaster Daters back, but I just don't understand. Oh, that's Zach with Stroller Gate. Yeah, Zach's doing his own Stroller Gate. It's a reborn doll. That's right. So I don't know who's on Zach's episode of Disaster Daters. This is Zach with a name tag, pretending that he's talking to someone at an event. This is Zach pretending that he has friends. See, it's easy for anyone to do. You just go to an event and you put a name tag on your. Oh my God, Zach is getting sued for Stroller Gate. Should we bring that up here? Or we should talk about that in members only. You should come to my members only. By the way, guys, I'm having a members only here on YouTube at 2 p.m. Pacific time today, Friday, November 7th. It will be recorded for anyone else. So yes, you guys should join me if you want to hear about Zach getting sued. He's actually getting sued. It's like horrendous. So, you can't talk about it publicly. Can I? Am I allowed to talk about it publicly? Because I just did. So this is Zach pretending that he's part of someone. Part of it. I want to see who you're talking to in this group picture, Zach. I have a feeling no one else is in this picture. You're just talking to a wall. Okay, next. Let's see who else is in this group. Oh, this is Zach dancing. Oh no, he's running. He's just running and breathing. Oh, he has friends. Oh, Zach is like that crew, right? Zach is that guy downtown. Look at him trying to. Oh no, he runs with his tongue out. Okay, that's it. Zach, we're not friends anymore. I would have been friends with you, Zach. Zach, Zach. He says, I was talking to a lovely woman. She was telling me all about ice. Zach, that is not something to laugh about. Why are you laughing then in the picture? That's horrible. Of course you're laughing. God. Now, Zach, why are you running in this picture? Now I know why you're running. You do run like Phoebe. Why are you running with your tongue out? Anyone that runs with their tongue out is officially not my friend. And the fact that you're filming yourself running with your tongue out, double not my friend. Plus, you're in a group of runners. Anytime there's a group of runners running through any city, bye. Okay? We've lost you. Lost you. We're not friends anymore, officially. This is a whole carousel of why Zach and I are no longer friends. Oh, and then he selfies himself in the podcast chair. Which podcast are you here? Which podcast are you at? Is it, Candace Owens? No, seriously, Zach, which podcast are you at? Oh, this is Disaster Daters. How many podcasts are Disaster Daters? It's new backgrounds. Are you dating yourself? Where's your name tag? Okay, let's go to the next one. Zach has more friends. Okay. Oh, I know her. I met her at your show. She's the nice one that was at your show. The rest of them are paid, hired friends. He hires them to take pictures with him at certainly not the Pop Report. Oh, dun dun dun. And then we're getting to the real reason. Oh, this is Zach pretending to be Zen, but really just trying to take a selfie of himself. And then we're here. And this is why I brought you here, because this is a picture. Whoa, I didn't mean to print it. I want to make it bigger. This was a picture that Zach decided to. What in the actual F is this, Zach? Zach, what? Who is that? And also, should I get plastic surgery? That's not me. But also, should I look like her? Like, I almost think that I should go to a plastic surgeon, don't you think? And be like, can you? And how much? I really think I should do this. That face would get me on the next season of Selling Sunset 1000%, right? Because I do look like a reality star. Whose face did you use to put on me? Because that's not my face. You guys, This is my face. That's not my face. Did you mess with my body too, Zach? Oh my God, Stu, Stu reposted it and didn't realize. Oh, I look like Topanga, which would make sense because Lance is in love with Topanga. That actually works. Who did you change my body to, Zach, or just Stu only checked himself? Well, that's not surprising. That Stu only looks at his own self in pictures. That's not surprising. Oh my God. I'm dying. Okay. So I did show this to Oliver when because you sent me a couple options the other day of these pictures. And I did show this to Oliver and he said, Mom, that's not you. And he gave me a face like, who is that? He didn't not like it. And then you also sent me one with bangs. And I said, should I do bangs? And he goes, please, Mom, no. He didn't like it. Once the bar mitzvah is over next weekend, I'm chopping my hair, you guys. I think I'm chopping it. I'm getting excited. I want it all off. I want to cut it like there. I'm doing it. Like that. Should I? Lance won't be happy, but this isn't Handmaid's Tale. I don't live for my husband. You guys, Laura Slater says she never catches us live. Everyone give a warm welcome to Laura Slater. Okay, let's get into the show. Zach, I hope you stick around even though it's not about you. Even though it's not about you. Okay. How many of you guys will unsubscribe if I cut my hair short? That's just what I want to know. We are going to get into the show now. Okay. Which story should I go into first? Let's go into Selling Sunset story because that was a story, right? That was a story. Now, who here is watching the new season of Selling Sunset? Does anyone care? Selling Sunset is a good one. It's a good background show. It's not like my favorite show. I don't die for it. I'm not like, oh my God, Selling Sunset. But I watch it because it's like a good background. It's a good background show. It's pretty. It's just a pretty show, really nice homes, really nice, background. It's almost like if you get good art, like wall art, it's good for your TV. It's just good art for your TV. So do I think it's all real? No, I think it's all fake. I wouldn't say it's all fake, but it's just like, whatever. But Chrishell, who's been on every single reality show, I think she's been on every reality show there is. Don't you think? She decided that she's quitting because of mental health reasons. I mean, isn't that kind of just like the go-to? Chrishell quit Selling Sunset after 9 seasons amid mental health concern. She announced it after 9 seasons. She said, I've gotten to a place where I don't need the show financially. So she's basically saying that she's rich. I don't want to be bitter about it, she said. The show has given me so many opportunities. I have other forms of employment. It's no longer good for my mental health. She said it was very much on her own terms. She claimed creator Adam DeVello has been calling and texting 100 times a day in a bid to get her back. She is kind of one of the main stars of the show. She says, I've vacillated back and forth with the decision in the past. I have to be honest. Having come from nothing, it's really hard to turn something like this down. Netflix is not responding. Netflix never responds. This is what we're learning. Netflix doesn't like to respond to anything, which is part of our next story as well. But yeah, Netflix is not responding. This season, she had some major, major drama with this other biatch, Nicole. I don't want my hair to look like her. Well, if I do cut my hair like Nicole, I hope I don't turn into a bitch like Nicole because Nicole is horrendous, right? Zach wants to know if she's a lesbian now. She fully is. Well, she's with G Flip, who is, I believe, non-binary. Check my phone. Where's my phone? Check my phone, bitch. Okay. Zach. Oh my God, Zach. How do you do this? Zach, that's nuts. Why are you so... You guys are going to die. How does Zach do this? Okay, give me a second. This is crazy that Zach is able to do this. What in the world? You made me into a porn star. I'm still a Jewish porn star, but I'm a porn star. That's wild. I mean, I'm kind of hot. Send that to Lance. Zach, do you have Lance's number? I feel like Lance would be very into that. He would probably cheat on me, with her. What's her name? What is her name? But you're still saying no bangs, Sharn? See, I need the okay, I do look good good with bangs, but that's not me. She looks good with bangs. I don't look good with bangs. But that girl looks good with bangs. Let's call her something else. Let's call her Shauna. Shauna spelled Shayna. Bowling banger? Oh my god, I'm going to be a bowling banger. I'm going to bang with some bowling banger. Teresa. Oh my god, that's hot. Lance will cheat on me with her, and then I'm an AI. I am AI. And then Danielle, like what is Danielle talking about? Danielle is in the comments. Are you here, Danielle? Danielle is always in a different world. Like we're talking about my bangs and we're talking about porn, and Danielle is like, my puppy is getting house trained. She kills me. I love you, Danielle. I just feel like I'm at a dinner party and I'm trying to have a conversation and you're my kid at the end of the table, like still playing Roblox. And I'm like, come on. We're talking about something. Focus. Do you have ADHD? Okay, Zach says we're all AI. This is just a simulation. We're living in the Matrix. Okay, Kim. Okay, Kim Kardashian. Can we get off the conspiracy theories? Okay, this is definitely a Friday episode. Do you guys agree? We are definitely in a Friday episode because we're all delusional today. And it's always Zach's fault. It's always Zach's fault because Zach comes in here and he causes chaos. Back to this. Anyway, so she's leaving and I get it. I mean, I have a feeling G Flip, her wife, I think they're married, makes good money. She's an Australian singer. I think they do well. I think that Chrishell has a big job in like the influencer space. Jimmy Kimmel's show is canceled at the 11. Oh, just one episode is canceled. Okay, they made that a little dramatic. Sorry, I just saw that on the right. And yeah, I just think it makes sense. She was like getting involved in all this crazy drama. It's giving Paige DeSorbo. It's giving Paige DeSorbo leaving Summer House. Now, I did think about Paige DeSorbo the other day, and I thought to myself, it's very interesting because Paige DeSorbo has been very much off my radar ever since she left Bravo. Is anyone else feeling the same way? And I don't know if she's just not showing up on my feed, but ever since Paige DeSorbo left Bravo, I feel like I don't even see her. I don't see anything Paige on my feed. I don't see Paige in my stories. I don't see Paige at all. Does anyone else feel that way? Like like she's just left the building. I wonder if it was a bad move for her to leave Bravo. Just saying. Was it too early for her to leave Bravo? Like did she leave before her time? BravoCon's next weekend. All of those people will be over at BravoCon. She could have kept riding the wave for a couple more years. Is Giggly Squad really that big still? Is anyone really caring about Giggly Squad these days? I don't know. Who here is obsessed with Giggly Squad? I'm not. I'm not watching Giggly Squad. No offense, it's just not on my obsession. Yeah, Paige is gonna be in Devil Wears Prada, Zach reminds us, but she's doing a little cameo, I think. I don't think she's being, like, a big actress. I think a little cameo, just like Meghan Markle's doing a little cameo. Does that make you, like, super relevant and super big? I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, let's move on to another story. Let's get into this Millie Bobby Brown story. How about that? Before we do that, I want to remind you guys that this week's Daily Dose of Donna is brought to you by LOLA Blankets. I know it's still really hot here in LA, you guys. We're at like 85 degrees here in LA. It's ridic. Okay, I said dick. It's November 7th and it's 90 degrees basically in LA. Enough. Enough. It does get dark at 4:30 p.m., so at least we have that. But Lola Blankets does get us cozy when it's cold. If we wake up and it's so foggy, I can't see 10 feet ahead of us, and then it's 90 degrees. Nothing makes sense. So when it's cold and when it's dark and when we want to be cozy, we pull out our Lola blankets, the world's #1 blanket crafted with ultra soft, luxury vegan faux fur and a signature 4-way stretch that sets it apart. It's machine washable, double hemmed for durability and stays flawless. No pilling, no shedding, even after repeated washes. It's the kind of quality you can feel the moment you touch it. And during the holidays, it's the kind of gift that feels extra special because you know it will last for years to come. Lola is my go-to gift. It's personal, beautiful, and something people actually use every day. Around the holidays, it's the ultimate present, cozy, thoughtful, and guaranteed to get that, oh, wow, reaction. It's one of those rare gifts that works for everyone, family, friends, hosts, even that person who's impossible to shop for. Maybe I should get one for Zach and for his dogs. Give the gift of softness this holiday season with Lola Blankets for a limited time. Our listeners are getting 40% off their entire order at lolablankets.com by using code Daily Dose at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code Daily Dose for 40% off. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support my show and tell them we sent you. All right. Thanks, Lola Blankets. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's move on to this Millie Bobby Brown story. I need to know what you guys think. So obviously the other day we were talking about Millie Bobby Brown and the fact that she and David Harbour had this big dramatic, accusations before season 4. Now, Enrique, if you're still here in the comments, told me on my Instagram comments yesterday that season 4 of Stranger Things was shot in 2019. Is this true? 2019? We're in 2025. What in the what? They waited 6 years? 6 years between season 4 and 5? That's wild. Okay. So season 4 was in 2019. They filmed it 18,000 years ago. So I believe there's 2 things that could have happened here. And yes, everyone has like thoughts, right? Some people in the comments believe that it could have been fake news, PR, etc. I think it probably happened. Here's my honest feeling. I believe it honestly did happen. I think that there was probably some complaints. Okay, so I guess it was filmed in 2020 to 2021. So still a long time ago. Now, Sean Levy, I have a really hard time looking at. Does anyone else have a really hard time looking at? But Sean Levy, he's the producer of Stranger Things. Coincidentally, he's also besties with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. And Bradley Cooper, because he and Bradley Cooper clearly share the same plastic surgeon. Have you seen this guy's face? I mean, it's Barry Manilow times a million. What's up? Men cannot be doing that. We need to do something about this men plastic surgeon situation. It's really bad. Okay, so I guess here we go. It ended filming in 2021, released in 2022. Okay, so it was still years ago. It wasn't like 6 months ago. It was clearly a long time ago. So you guys agree that Sean Levy has a case of bad plastic surgery for male situation. I'm not going to hold it against him. Maybe he has insecurities. I just think that he needs to work on his insecurities, possibly. I have no idea, but we need to deal with that. That's a separate conversation, okay? I think that where we are here is that he's saying, okay, my guess, if I'm going to be my honest feeling is that he is trying to calm things down as a producer would. When you're producing a project, when you're in for a network or whatever, your goal is to look away, look away, look away, and just watch the show. Obviously, you want people to talk about the show, which everyone's doing. There's no way I would ever be covering Stranger Things on my show right now. Never. I would never, ever be covering this had it not been for this article that came out earlier this week. So it's working, whatever is happening. But what you don't want is bad press where it makes people say, like, I am not going to watch that show because David Harbour bullied and, treated Millie Bobby Brown badly. Because that's what would happen. So if these reports did actually happen, which are very possible that they did, Millie Bobby Brown very, very easily could have put out these reports 3 years ago or whatever and, complained. She was 18 years old, 19 years old at the time. She's 21 now, so she's 17, 18. It's very possible she was feeling a certain way at the time. She was feeling unhappy and she put out the reports. If she did, they may have already squashed it. And now Netflix is like, don't say a word, don't give it any attention, and just move right past it. Walk right past it. It's fine. Everything's fine. And meanwhile, Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour show up last night at the premiere. And not only do they show up and smile together in a picture, they do the most. They hug. They arm in arm. They are besties on the red carpet. And that is interesting because of the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively drama. So, first of all, the producer, Sean Levy, addressed the allegations for the first time speaking with the Hollywood Reporter. And he said last night, he always makes sure everyone feels safe and respected. He said, I've read a bunch of stories. They've ranged from wildly inaccurate and there is a lot of noise. We view this crew and cast as family. We treat each other with respect, and that's always been the bedrock. It's his responsibility to foster a healthy work environment, is what he said. At the end of the day, that's the job. You have to create a respectful workplace where everyone feels comfortable and safe. So we did everything to build that environment, he said, and we're proud of the fact that we did so. He's not denying it. He is not denying it. So that's why I think something actually did happen. But he's saying shit happens. In families, shit happens. And I'm not blaming anyone here in the situation, but they handled it probably really appropriately and they dealt with it. Now, in this other article that Page Six released, it says Millie Bobby Brown praises him, David Harbour, at the Stranger Things premiere. And a body language expert, of course, jumps in and cries, it's overkill, because she came in and she had very nice things to say about David Harbour. She was hugging him. She was loving on him. It was like over the top. She said she's so lucky to have him. And, she was gushing with him. She called him amazing. They were really, really lovey on top of each other. She said the show means so much to the both of us and to everyone here. We've dedicated a lot of it. We're so excited to see that come to screen. They put it on United Front, posing for smiling snaps together. Ha, 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 laugh, laugh, laugh. This body language expert, according to the Daily Mail, Judy James came out and said it was overkill. There was repeated fits of laughter to the outlet. She is helpless with laughter with her eyes closed and mouth open and her right hand placed on her rib area as she giggles loudly. How dare she? And that being said, James claimed the post showed signs of being happy and delighted in each other's presence, which felt, she said, like clearly there's no obvious signs for tension, but she wonders if it feels like it's put on a little bit, like we have to act like everything is fine, even though clearly things actually are fine. The body language expert doesn't seem like they're faking it, but it's almost like we have to overly try to show like everything's fine. And I think that everything is fine. I don't think that they wanted this to come out because I think it's been squashed. And I think Lily Allen, David Harbour's ex, released it. I think she leaked it. No question whatsoever. So, excuse me, I was so thirsty. I'm definitely going to get a Reddit post about that or like a 1-star review. By the way, reminding you, please leave me a 5-star review or a nice review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify if you have a chance to. And make sure to subscribe and like while you're here right now. So Lily Allen recently, and just to give you like a 2-second update on that, she just released this album and she's obviously pissed at David Harbour. They're having a very contentious breakup. She thinks there's cheating. She's writing songs about him. She's not happy with him. It's very, very, very suspect that just exactly now these reports got leaked. No one's showing any documentation of it. We just have rumors of it. When you're mad at your ex, you've been protecting him this whole time. And then now all of a sudden, right when you're pissed off about them, you're going to release it. Obviously, duh. It's so obvious to me. So that to me is someone's texting me. I can feel it because my phone gets slow when my computer gets slow when that happens. Anyway, I think that is obviously what is happening. And there you go. But they handled it like pros. When you're in PR and when you're an actor, you got to fake it. Even if you're annoyed with someone, even if you're not happy with someone, which I don't think is the case. I think they're actually okay with each other. Blake Lively fucked up because had she just grinned and bared it and shut up, and I'm being honest, just shut up and dealt with the uncomfortable feeling she had and not banish Justin, the producer and director and lead, to the basement in that premiere, none of the bad press would have happened. None of the quote unquote retaliation campaign would have been like started in her mind. None of that. No one would have mentioned a word. Had she not rallied the troops to unfollow him on Instagram and block him and then not be his friend. She created the mess that she is in right now, just like I said yesterday. Like, who stole the cookie out of the cookie jar? She did. It was all Blake created. So Millie Bobby Brown is doing something here that is incredibly smart. She's not feeding in to the rumors and the nastiness. Okay. That is that about that story. Okay. Let's take a little moment now and jump on over to a little preview of tomorrow's episode, which is going to be about Don't Date Brandon ladies. So, like I said, my Don't Date Brandon girls they're so amazing. Okay. They're truly amazing. And I'm going to see actually if there's a way. Hold on. Let me see if I can upload. Let me see if I'm able to do this. If not, I will find a different way to do it. If not, I'll jump to something else while this is happening. Let me try one thing really fast. Sorry, technical difficulties. One woman show over here. You know how it goes. Hold on. Hold. Edits. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. Edit. I want to find the best way to play it for you because I'm still editing the whole thing. And I just want to show you guys a piece of it. Give me a second. I'm going to have to maybe work on this a little bit later. Because if I play it like this, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it. If I play something really fast, just tell me if you guys hear it. That's what I'm going to do. Just let me know if you guys hear it. Oh, I could save a part of it for the members only. Yeah. Actually, let me know if you guys hear this, okay? Okay, I'm going to play this. Hold on. But in general, what this story is about is a really, I would call him, and you guys probably have names for him. I think he's like a sociopath, psychopath. I don't even know. I'm clearly a crazy liar. I mean, how would you diagnose a man like Brandon, both of your exes?
I mean, we always have to do the disclaimer because everyone comes for us. You can't diagnose him without having a professional. I also call him a psychopath or a sociopath. He definitely has traits of those that,
He was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. While Amber,
which is the same family
married.
as sociopath.
Yeah. So cluster B personality disorder, but I think that's what's so crazy because it's hard to make sense of. And so the more we would really look into it and then realize what was really happening, that's when we realized like there wasn't a lot of emotion involved. There wasn't a lot of learned lessons that, he would learn from and not repeat. He just repeated them because he didn't feel guilt,
Yeah.
So I think that you've got a lot of the sociopathic tendencies, psychopathic or antisocial, I think is what they call it now. But
okay. Now I'm going to be looking all into this. So I love true crime and I've dabbled in covering a lot of those true crime stories, but some of them can get really dark. This is a very Dirty John type of a story. That was that podcast that came out a few years ago and I remember just being obsessed with it because it has all the makings of really a TV show. Like this is a TV show. What you guys lived is something that you can't write. It's like people would not believe it. So for those of you that did not see this series or listen to the podcast or watch the show, number one, it's only 3 episodes. So it's a quick watch. I watched it all in one day, basically, in a Saturday while I was doing laundry and cleaning the house. I just brought my phone with me into every room like an addict. But I got so invested and I couldn't believe how it kept getting worse and worse and worse. But when you first met Brandon, Athena, you met Brandon first.
Yeah.
And I assume both you and Amber, you obviously, when you fall in love with a man like that, you don't assume he's a crazy man behind the scenes. So you're thinking everything's great.
Yeah. I'm thinking, wow, I finally found a good guy. This is great. And then, being young, I mean, it can happen at any age because nobody teaches you how to see through a con artist or, you go to school and learn psychopath 101, right? So I think that was the challenge is that you're right. You can't make this shit up. So how do you even make sense of it in your head? So with Brandon, he's very charming. If you even have an inkling that something might be up, he's got all the facts to disprove it, the tears to cry to flip things on you, the cover stories, the fake documents. It was very challenging. And because with the docuseries, there is so much over so many years, right? A lot of it wasn't put into at least what happened with me, but I always say Amber saved me. Like when my marriage with him was done, if he didn't meet her, he would not have stopped stalking me. So in a sense, he was escalating so horrifically. I was scared for my life. He would show up everywhere I was. It got really, really, really scary. And so I feel bad for Amber, but I was just like, oh, this poor thing. She's going to think he's the man of her dreams because he's so amazing at first. And I wondered, could he have changed? Will he be this great guy for her? Was it just a one-off with us being in our 20s, learning our lessons? But clearly not.
So he love bombs. That's kind of like how he jumps in. He love bombs. He makes you feel like you're the most important, most amazing person in the entire world. He makes you feel like seen and charmed and all of those things. He's a good looking guy and like it worked, he's, as you guys said throughout the series, 6'3", built. He went to the gym. Like he's not some schlubby loser. I mean, we find out that he is, but like he's not some, he always portrayed himself to be successful and all of these things. Obviously, a very good liar as well. So you're saying he was really on you, stalking you all the time until it's like a cat and mouse. Like he found someone else to attach to, and then he kind of forgot about you a little bit, right?
He never forgot about me, but at least it was, I would say he was occupied with her. So instead of stalking me 100% of the time and showing up at my house and 1,000 texts and calling me and all that, it was cut in half, and it was more keeping tabs. We share a child as well, right? So, but he was preoccupied because I think he realized that even though he was dating multiple other women, probably before he met Amber, when he met Amber, he thought wife material. She's gonna be my priority. And so it's just like, thank you, Jesus. And so excited to like meet her and be happy. But that obviously didn't turn out the way any of us wanted either. So,
Yeah. So that is a piece of tomorrow's interview, and I will play a little bit more on members only for you guys later. These girls are incredible. A lot of you mentioned how beautiful they are. They are stunning, truly stunning. I mean, this guy, Brandon, his name is Brandon Johnson. He is very good looking. I mean, he becomes worse and worse looking, to be honest, because he becomes a mess. But when they met him, in like 2000, I think like 11, 12-ish or earlier, I think the blonde Athena met him. He's a very good looking man. He goes to the gym. And he's charming. He's charming. And so Amber, who is the brunette in the middle, who ends up marrying him, the second wife, she's the second wife. The blonde is the first wife. She said she wasn't attracted to him at first. She met him on Tinder. She's not attracted to him at first because she's not into this like meathead, like gym guy. But she started texting with him because they matched, and he was so sweet that they went on a date, and he was like the kindest guy that she fell for his personality. This guy is so out of control. You guys, the stories that they tell me are 10 times worse than I learned in the documentaries. So I've been talking about it all week. It's called Don't Date Brandon. It's 3 episodes on Paramount Plus. They also have a podcast called Ex-Wives Undercover. And now it's been a bunch of seasons, but the first 2 seasons are dedicated just to these girls' stories. It gets so bad. There's police involved, there's courts involved, and it gets really elevated and really dangerous to the point where it's like a life and death situation. These women are brave and they're incredible, but it's pretty scary and wild how easy smart women, because they're both very smart and they both have careers and they're both like legitimate. They're not just like, you always think, it would never be me. I would never be swindled by a guy like this. I think that really smart women can get taken advantage of by men like this. And this guy has a rap sheet like you wouldn't believe. It's crazy. So just watch this interview tomorrow. I'll air it tomorrow. The whole interview, it's about an hour long. And then watch the documentary either tonight or tomorrow or whenever. Listen to the podcast if you want extra details. These girls are amazing, but they basically, multiple of his exes have connected to take him down. It's a great, great story. So make sure to watch that. Thank you, Amber and Athena. And I'll put all their information and stuff. And they're dosers, so they'll definitely be watching me talk about them. So shout out to them and support them. They're amazing. And like, it's dangerous for them to speak out about him because he's still out there. I mean, right now he's in jail, but he's out there and he's gonna come out. And so it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, let's get into another story, huh? Let's talk about last night's Real Housewives of OC. Holy shit. You guys, last night's Real Housewives of OC episode 1 reunion. All I can say is this. I'm friends with Tamra in real life. I'm not like friends where I hang out with her. I'm not, text buddies all the time type of stuff. We share a mutual friend. Teddy, obviously. And when Teddy was really sick, she and I were texting more about that. Tamra does not leak to me. Tamra, I'm not one of those bloggers that she like goes to. We have talked about the show before. We've connected over stuff like that. She supports me with everything that I go through in my life too. She comments on my shit too. We're friendly. Everything's fine. But I call it like I see it. And Tamra Judge she didn't have a good reunion last night. Okay? She had her horrendous reunion last night. So I'm not embarrassed or shy or worried to say that out loud. If you guys watched the Real Houses of OC reunion, I would like to know your thoughts. It was a bad reunion for Tamra. Now, I'm about up to here with OC. I think I'm done. Like, I'm not done, but I'm done in this current iteration. I just can't handle it. I just can't handle it. And Gretchen, as far as I'm concerned, I never want to see her on my TV again. I despise her. I don't like her. Something about her really irks me. She's a plastic doll. She's like the baby that Zach was carrying, and like a reborn child. Like, something about her is just not for me. I don't like anything about her. I find her to be fake, 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 fake. I'd rather Tamra than Gretchen, because at least Tamra just freaking says what's on her mind, which is very unlikable sometimes. But I'd rather Tamra than Gretchen. Bye. Katie was at the end of the couch. I still don't get what's happening. I feel like sometimes I watch those shows and I feel like I'm going through some sort of dementia, God forbid, or like Alzheimer's, because I'm watching the show and I'm like, who said what to who? Like, I feel like I need note cards. I'm so confused. I have no idea. They spent 4 minutes talking about Katie, but Katie was kicked off half of the show. None of it makes sense. They talked about the lie detector situation, and the lie detectors, meanwhile, they mentioned that there's only 2 or 3 lie detector people that will do a TV show. Like, lie detectors normally don't do TV shows. There's only 2 or 3 sets of lie detector people that will do TV shows. So production found those lie detector people so that they didn't actually set Katie up. They kind of went through these like really random things. They threw out the Katie storyline with it. They wrapped it up with 5 seconds of the show, but she was kicked off and didn't film for half the show. Like, they treated it like a side story. I'm like, that's the story. You basically banished a character from the entire show. It was horrible. I didn't understand that. Gina was pointless. Like, why is Gina and Emily's stories are pointless this season? Like, I don't understand. I do feel bad for Gina, for Emily's son, but like, that's weird. But Tamra and Shannon, Heather is pointless, and Jen is pointless. They're both accessories. Like, they just don't make sense. I have allergies and my nose is so itchy, and you guys are going to think that I am doing drugs. Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, I am like incessantly scratching my nose. And I feel insecure about it. And I feel like I have an issue. And I feel like someone is going to be like, why is Donna scratching her nose like a crazy person? But I'm so itchy. I don't know what's going on. Are there allergies? Is November allergy season, or do I have a problem in my house? I am so eye, nose, sneezy, itchy, and I'm not sick. Just putting it out there. And it's not thou doth protest too much. It's just like, I just want to make it very clear. I'm scared of drugs. Cool? Okay. So then, was that like, did I just explain myself too much? Like, are the conspiracy theorists going to think that I am now on drugs? Okay. So I don't know why I'm pointing over there, but I am. For some reason, the girls are sitting here. Heather over here is a pointless accessory. Jen over here is a pointless accessory. Bye, Gretchen. Gina and Emily, I mean, fine, but like, I know it's kind of random and whatever. But Tamra and Shannon, if only Tamra did not act the way she did. I get it. She can't stand Shannon. I get it. But every time Shannon spoke, and it was annoying. She was annoying. Shannon didn't shut up. Shannon was acting like Dorit at these Housewives reunions. Shannon was acting like Josh says that's where the drugs are. I'm pointing to the drugs. Shannon was acting like she was trying. It was like she was insecure about having the final chair, so she was trying to insert herself everywhere she could. Tamra did not know how to handle herself. She was like, I mean, you think I'm on drugs? Tamra was out of control. I wonder if I can find a TikTok of Tamra Judge reunion reactions. Let's see if I can find it. Bravo posted something, but I don't think it's going to be like it's not going to be a compilation, but let's see. Okay, you guys have allergies too. This is killing me. Okay, let's see what Bravo posted.
In San Antonio wants to know, why are you overreacting about this rumor when it was from so long ago? Don't
Because-
you also bring up old dirt on people?
What have I brought up
You
recently?
accused Jen of having an affair.
Well, you brought
Wait,
up
2 years
tonight
ago.
that Shannon recorded Vicki.
Yeah, because she's going after Katie about it when she's done the same thing. That's
Okay.
being a hypocrite.
Do you know what my intent was? To
Okay,
make sure
I know you
everyone
made
was
that
safe.
clear. You made that clear.
Everybody
You know
was
what-
safe.
you know what's
So then
funny?
why did you call me and tell me who the hell would be with Vicki? She treats her boyfriend
I didn't
like
say that.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say
Yes.
that.
Okay, well,
Tamra.
you just proved the point of this question.
was 2 years ago.
No, I
And this
understand.
actually-
But the point of the question was you bring stuff up all the time. And you
have.
just brought up two things.
Yes, I have.
Just
Several things.
Just
Case
then.
in point.
Tamra, you
Just
told
then.
Johnny, shut up.
No, don't. You know what? You need to stop speaking to me that
Those
way.
faces.
Because what is wrong
Okay, hold on.
with you?
Those
Just
faces.
then.
Johnny, shut up.
Hold on, right here.
No, don't. You know what? You need to stop speaking to me that
It was like a whole reunion of these faces. It was so weird. And she was like, it was almost like she was, she couldn't control her faces to her. I wish I could find even more. I literally Googled Tamra Judge faces, and this is what came up. If you guys are watching, it's of her getting her green laser face. You guys remember? You guys remember when Tamra got a laser face? And she looked like Elphaba? Oh my God, Tamra. It was so bad. It was really, really bad. She really did not handle herself well. And I think that when you react like that at a reunion, it's never going to be, you're never going to come off well, because you're going to, I don't know. You got to hold it together. And I get it. Like when you are in a situation where you are feeling, on the defense, you're going to be like mad, but the face is the mocking. Now, Shannon was also annoyed. Shannon annoys me. Okay. I'm not going to lie. Shannon just bugs me. So I feel like we're getting to a place where no one's likable, and that's a bad sign. Now, Tamra just did reunite with Vicki. I don't know if you guys are seeing what we're seeing here behind the scenes, but Tamra's fighting hard to get Vicki back on OC. Meanwhile, in the behind the scenes, they did an ad together, Tamra and Vicki, and oh my God, why is this so big here? They did an ad together, and Christian Grace Snow, who is on Vicki's podcast with her, posted a cute little picture of the three of them together. And I think, to me, the only way OC has a chance to come back with any fighting colors is if Vicki comes back. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think if Vicki comes back, we have a chance. But you got to do some major. I think Kelly Dodd needs to come back. I know that you think I'm crazy to say this. Bring Kelly Dodd back. It will be insane TV. I do not think Andy would ever want it. I think Andy would rather cut off his own finger. But bring Kelly Dodd back for good TV. I think you bring Vicki Gunvalson back. She's actually good friends with Kelly Dodd. Oh my God. I'm going to text Kelly. I'm going to text Kelly and ask. Has Bravo Let's see if I hear back. I think She is, look, you may hate Kelly as a person. You may hate Kelly in her politics. You may hate her, her personality in real life. Da, da, da. And by the way, fine, bring her back to our TVs. All these likable people in real life, it ain't working. It ain't working. It's bad TV. It's bad TV. We need good. If you want good TV, you got to bring back fiery personalities. The likable people are boring, right? That's how I look at it. So I don't need to be best friends with anyone on Housewives. I don't want to be friends with these people. I don't want to be friends with any of them. I want, and Joy says Andy would turn straight before he brought back Kelly. And we know that ain't happening anytime soon. I think that the problem with Kelly, I think obviously Andy is okay with someone that is politically right now, politically on the right. He is okay with that because Jen Pedranti is clearly Republican. Okay? She's like she's definitely not hidden that in any way. And so is Gretchen, obviously. And probably many, many more on different series. So I don't think it's that. I think it's Kelly's lack of a filter is the problem. Kelly's lack of a filter and the fact that she really, and I don't believe she's learned her lesson in that way. She still really doesn't have a filter. So I don't know if she would ever be like, it's a liability thing for them. So that's what worries me about Kelly. But man, it would be good TV. It really would be. You can't deny it. But I think like there would be protests. Literally, there would be protests with the Bravo people. Like the other Bravo creators would be like standing outside NBC, Universal. Like they would be protesting the shit. You know which creators I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see what else. Is there anything else that we can talk about? I don't want to miss out on something. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, something big. Talk of Shame is posting, Denise Richards wins in court. Could Aaron Pfeiffer's be deported? Oh, is he Canadian? Well, Kelly Wolf. Oh, this is exciting. Kelly Wolf just posted on her Instagram. Look at that. Kelly Wolf just posted a new post saying, my writer's block is unblocking. This should be interesting. Interesting. So the last I heard about Kelly Wolf was that she is still in her treatment center, which I'm really happy about. So thank God that she's still there. And hopefully it's working and hopefully everything's good. Apparently, according to my friend, she has deleted. Molly sent me like 15 texts. I can't believe I missed this. Apparently, according to my friend, she has deleted a ton of the posts on her Instagram page. So I think she's going through and deleting a lot of she's deleted a lot of the posts from when she was going through all of that stuff, you guys. Look, she only has like 4 or 5 posts from that episode. So that's really good. That means she's like, maybe like she realizes, where she is now. Okay, so she posted this on her Instagram stories. She said, shall we begin? And then she posted, remind yourself what you've been through and what you've had the strength to endure. A quote. Oh, you guys, this makes me feel good for Kelly Wolf. That's exciting, yeah? Okay, now let's do the Denise Richards breaking news. Let me go to TMZ. I'm sure they've posted something. Sorry, I know a lot of you guys don't like TMZ, but what about this one? This is a breaking news Diddy story. Did you see this? Diddy is busted by prison officials for drinking. Diddy is busted by, what is he drinking? They have alcohol in prison? The hell? What kind of prison is Diddy in? I don't get it. Let's read. I mean, what is this picture? I can't. Diddy's sobriety journey took a detour in lockup this week. He was drinking behind bars. Well, that's not going to help his quote unquote good behavior. We're told that alcohol is made of Fanta, sugar, and apples, which inmates give 2 weeks to ferment into an alcoholic substance. Great. Great. Give our kids some ideas. What the hell? Ew, you guys, this is so gross. It's called Pruno and they ferment fruits and sugar in the toilet. I want to vomit. I literally want to vomit. This is what they do. You got to be real desperate for an alcoholic drink. Think about the smell. This is not going to help him get out anytime soon, huh? This is probably going to help him stay in prison longer. That is really disgusting. He's disgusting. Sorry. I'm never going to be on Diddy's side. I will be on the side that Diddy's not. How come we cannot? Oh, this is an intro. I can't. Alex Cooper's quote of the day. Taylor Swift turned me on to women. Of all the women out there, Taylor Swift is the one that made you a les? I can't. Sorry, you guys. I'm not trying to be rude, but like Taylor Swift is not the girl that's turning other girls gay, right? Is she? Come on, ladies. Is she the girl? Is she the girl that you want to fuck? All right, Kelly's texting me back, but I don't want to say yet. But I don't think so. Okay. And then finally, whoa. Who's that? Okay, Denise Richards. Let's just get the Denise Richards story. She wins a permanent restraining order. 5-year restraining order against Aaron Pfeiffer. Good for her. Fuck him. F him. Seriously. He's such a jerk and a beater. After emotional testimony in court, she won 5-year restraining order requiring him to stay 100 yards away from her work, and cannot contact her in any manner. And it expires on November 7th, 2030. 5 years. 5 years. Good for her. I did not like him. I don't like him in a box. I don't like him with a fox at all. They both took the stand to testify. She described multiple instances where he got physical with her. He hit her in a hotel room in May. She alleged that while using the toilet, he smashed her on the top of the head with the palm of his hand while screaming at her repeatedly, "Give me your effing phone." She said, "I was disoriented from the surgery and was fearful he may seriously injure me, especially since I was recovering from a complex surgery, so I gave him my phone." His cousin, who also worked for him at the wellness center, claims she saw him assault Richards in January 2022. So even his cousin vouched for Denise. You know it's bad. That's crazy. She said, "I saw Aaron hit Denise and I immediately knew she had a really bad black eye. I'm literally in shock now to this day about it." He adamantly denied he touched Richards and claimed she was the one who broke his phone during a fight. He also disputed his own cousin's claim that she saw him hit Richards. He admitted his cousin was present on the day in question, but alleged that Richards fell into a pole. Yeah, so how many times have you guys fallen into a pole? She said Aaron would frequently violently choke me, violently squeeze my head with both hands, tightly squeeze my arms, violently squeeze me in my face and head, slap me in my face and head, aggressively slam my head into the bathroom towel rack, threaten to kill me, hold me down with his knee on my back to the point where I would have to plead with him to get off me so he would not kill me, and hack into my laptop and phone and download all of my text messages. This is unreal. He says these accusations are completely false and deeply hurtful. We have faced our share of challenges, but any suggestion of abuse is categorically untrue. You piece of motherfucking shit. I hope you rot. Rot in hell, Jax. Denise has a bad picker. She should be single, honestly. She needs to go be a lesbian. Who should she date? Definitely not the Golden Bachelor, because he's going to chop her up and put her in a shed. I am so sad for Denise. That's awful. Really just so sad. She just goes after these men that treat her like shit. I'm glad that she got that restraining order, and I hope she never finds anyone. Anyway. All right, you guys. How do I end this on a positive, fun note? Is there a fun, good way to end this? I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. See you guys in a little bit over an hour for members only. Make sure to join right now. Press join. Sign up as a member. We're going to talk about all the spicy things that I can't talk about here. You know, the things that get me in trouble. Okay? I love you very much, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thanks for being here. Bye.